be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me. When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2.
Ready, flag, what do that? 59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
59, mark, 59, mark.
From the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Check 59.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes Cohen. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, orbit. Lock in. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On 3rd down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
It's just me and you. It's just me. Even. Check 59. Mike is 50. Even. And let's pick it. No.
3rd and long for Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
On the return is Cohen. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Peyton Barber, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Lakers 7, Bears nothing.
Hey, alert. Watch the slip. My game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Under 10. Let's go.
They go play action. Winston in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen touchdown number 15 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Barber. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. It was the veteran. Prince Amukamara that time, who had the play covered from the start.
He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And out across midfield down to the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Barber on 1st and 10. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
He was brought down by Akeem Hicks. A gain of 2 brings us.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch the whip. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Flip, flip, flip. Sonny. Hey, let's go. Let me go.
Fourth down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. Past the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. That's complete to Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But
and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Clinton Dix with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
61, matchbox lights. Sponge. No. Check safety.
On second down, it's Cohen. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They try again with Cohen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check to alert.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Miller. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Check 50. Check your backer, check your backer.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
Hey, 18.
He's checking, he's checking. Crash. Chad. Show it up.
alert, alert.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jameis to throw it. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Peyton Barber with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Shit, shit!
Again, it's Cohen. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Once again, it's Barber. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And some room to work. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 53 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barber, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barber. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Barber. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and goal. Winston, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Switch it.
They run. This is Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, a run with Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darren Worley. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, Doug. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On third down, Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, Winston. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Treacherous,